Spurs and Wolves. My pick for this is a little nuanced. If Ant is playing every game and seems to be even about 90% of what his normal self is, I actually think Minnesota will win this series. Ultimately, I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that the Spurs are a very inexperienced team. And I've said this multiple times throughout my years doing this podcast, is that when you get these teams that ascend into the postseason and they're 50-plus win teams after never even making the playoffs, you normally got to take your playoff lumps before you can make a deep run. So I think Minnesota, they've made back-to-back conference finals. You know, they've won as underdogs 4 or 5 times over the last couple seasons. So I don't think this should be anything new for them. I think they're kind of playing with house money because the Spurs are massive, massive favorites. If you look right now, everybody's just under this assumption that we're on an OKC San Antonio collision course. And I kind of feel like most times when people have that presumptive matchup that we're anticipating, it often doesn't end up happening. One of the teams will get bounced earlier than we expect. But I also think they really can match up with them pretty well just because of the size that they do have. And if there is anybody who can disrupt the Spurs a little bit in Wemby, it probably is Rudy Gobert. Because we just saw what he did to Jokic. And if he could do that to Jokic, I think he can absolutely bother Wembanyama in a way that other teams haven't been able to, not to mention most of their guards, Castle, Harper, Fox, they're all guys that like to get downhill into the basket. I think that Rudy Gobert is as good of a rim protector we have in the league and a deterrent, so they might be able to take some of that stuff away. I think Julius Randle also is going to be kind of an X factor here, like he's been over the last couple years. San Antonio is obviously huge with Wemby down low, but outside of him, they don't have a ton of size on the wing or the perimeter to throw at Randle, so I am interested to see who guards him there. They've been rolling with Champagnie starting most of these games. Harrison Barnes will come into the mix. They'll probably have Carter Bryant play maybe a little bit more to throw a body at him there. But, you know, if he plays well, then that could be a mismatch they exploit. So I'm going to take the Wolves in 6. But again, that is assuming that Ant plays every game and that he's at least about 90%.